Hey guys, we're going to look at a different aspect of time today. We're going to talk about a times table. A times table just basically says where something is happening, and when it'll be happening and who with. Okay, so here we have our companies that will be traveling. Here's the times that they'll be arriving, and here are the cities where they will arrive. So for example, the red line bus will arrive in Frostburg at 8 o'clock. It'll arrive in Elmhurst at 8:05. Okay, so we also know that there's some places that some of these don't actually even visit. So for example, the Blue Line tram doesn't even stop in Elmhurst. Okay, I can use schedules to kind of help me think about what I need to do in order to plan my time appropriately. If I know that I need to get to Winchester and I live in Badger Farm and I have to leave by 8:30 to get to work on time, well, I know that I'm not going to try to take the Green Line trolley because it doesn't actually stop in Badger Farm. And I won't take the city taxi because 8:30 is before 8:45. So that leaves me with two options that I have. I can take the Red Line bus or I can take the Blue Line tram. And both of those would leave before 8:30, so that means I would get to work on time. So that's just one way we can use timetables. So let's start practicing reading times tables. Okay, so I've prepared some questions for you. My first one is, what time does the taxi arrive in Elmhurst? Okay, well, if it were me and I'm going to read the schedule, the first thing I would do is say, okay, taxi, city taxi. Okay, I've got it. I'm going to follow that over until I reach Elmhurst. Aha, here it is. So what time does the taxi arrive in Elmhurst? It arrives at 8:35. Okay, let's try another one. What time does the city taxi arrive in Winchester? Well, again, I'm going to follow my city taxi all the way over to Winchester, and that's going to be 8:55. Okay, let's try a different style of question. How long does it take the city taxi to travel from Frostburg to Elmhurst? Okay, well, this one, I'm just going to go up here and I'm going to look. Okay, I need the city taxi. And I want to travel from Frostburg to Elmhurst. Well, how long did that take? Well, I look, and the difference between these times is 5 minutes because here it was 30 and here it was 35. And I could count 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Oh, that's 5. So how long does it take? It takes about 5 minutes to get from Frostburg to Elmhurst. All right. So if I arrive, here's a different question for you. If I arrive at the station in Frostburg at 8:03, which transportation companies could I ride on? Okay, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to come to Frostburg and I'm just going to follow it down and just think about which ones I could use. Well, it's 8:03, which means that the Red Line bus has already left, so that's not a choice. I could make the Blue Line tram because 8:03 is before 8:05. 8:03 is also before 8:30. And 8:03 is before 8:07. So as far as choices that I have for companies, I could ride on any of these three, the tram, the taxi, or the trolley. Okay, let's try another one. If I arrive at the station in Badger Farm at 8:25, which companies could I ride with? Okay, well, I'm there at 8:25. Well, 8:15 is before 8:25, so I couldn't ride the bus. Okay, I couldn't ride the tram because 8:12 is before 8:25. Okay, ooh, 8:45. 8:45 is after 8:25, so I could ride the taxi. And, well, I can't ride the trolley because the trolley doesn't actually stop in Badger Farms. So I only have one choice at Badger Farms for my arrival of 8:25, and that would be the city taxi. Okay, now for a different style of question. If I left Badger Farm at 8:12, which company did I use to travel? Well, this one is just kind of doing what we did earlier, kind of backwards almost. We're starting with the time and we have in the city and we have to figure out what company, okay? So I'm leaving at 8:12 from Badger Farms. So I'm just going to follow that back over, and that is the Blue Line tram. So what company did I travel with? The Blue Line tram. Okay. If I left Elmhurst at 8:35, which company did I use to travel? Okay, well, I'm going to come up and I'm going to find Elmhurst and I'm going to find 8:35 and then I'm going to follow it over and I would use the city taxi. Okay, guys, you have a good idea of reading times tables, so I hope this helped you understand them just a little bit more.